You have been with Peclers Paris for 7 years. Can you tell us about your background and what led you to take on the role of Head of Consumer Intelligence today?
Hello, I'm Marie Duvivier. I'm a strategic consultant at Peclers Paris, and I now have the pleasure to lead the newly created Consumer Intelligence Department. Throughout my work with clients, I've consistently been focused on understanding their challenges and helping them identify the best strategic solutions. Over the years, and even more since the crisis of COVID, consumer insight has become a critical driver across all industries. Whether the goal was to attract new consumers, sharpen a segmentation, boost media strategy effectiveness, or expand into new markets, the deep knowledge of the consumer has become essential.
How would you define consumer intelligence today?
Well, I see it as a strategic expertise at the heart of the business and marketing strategy. At its core, it's about understanding what really drives people. So what they need, what they want, what they believe in. Our job is to collect insight, decode signals, and transform them into clear, actionable strategies. In short, we help brands see their consumers not just as targets, but as real individuals.
And why does it matter so much today?
Well, because brands are facing constant transformation. Markets are shifting, expectations evolve, and consumers are even more complex and fragmented. It's not enough to just follow trends. To stay relevant and desirable, brands need to understand what drives really the consumers. And that's why consumer intelligence becomes a real strategic lever. It's a compass to navigate through complexity and uncertainty and to build strategies that truly resonate.
What sets Peclers Paris' approach apart? And how do your proprietary methodologies shape and strengthen your consumer intelligence expertise?
At Peclers Paris, we promote a sensitive, analytical, and future-forward thinking of consumer intelligence. We don't just track societal trends, we reflect and we analyze how they will affect individuals, their dreams, their aspirations, their emotions, their lifestyles. We have crafted 3 methodologies. The first one is aspirational portraits that helps bring to life the aspirational targets of a brand, projecting the imaginaries and the territories of consumers. The second one is Future Tribes goes further to identify value-driven community using a robust data analysis. And last one is Future Consumers that reconciles all this data and insights with CRM tools and media audiences.
Aspirational portraits. How does it work and how does it create value for brands?
Okay, so the aspirational portraits is a dynamic framework that we've created based on lifestyles and values that evolve over the time. It helps brands to identify the imaginary they want to aspire and to connect to. So it's more than just a marketing tool. It's a projective and inspirational resource to embody the brand aspirational targets. And it's not just the communication persona that you might see in an ad campaign. It's really a strategic vision of the future audience. So who do we want to speak to tomorrow? What drives them? How do they live, think, consume? What brands resonate with them? Who do they identify with? This persona isn't real, of course, but it brings to life with words and images the emotional universe that the brand wants to evoke.
Can you share a concrete example of this methodology?
A great example is our work with Nespresso since 2019. As the brand wanted to shift toward a more sustainable, inclusive form of luxury and attract younger audiences, it became essential to clearly identify and bring this emerging target to life. So beyond the iconic presence of George Clooney, the question was, who are the next Nespresso consumers we want to conquer? We call them the sophisticated environmentalists. This aspirational target quickly became the cornerstone of the brand's new vision, a vivid reminder for every team member. Who are we doing this for? And creating empathy with the consumers of tomorrow is not just a strategy. It guides daily decision from communication campaign to retail experience, visual identity topic. It inspires creativity and keeps our focus sharp as we work to build a more relevant and resonant Nespresso.
How is this sensitive and prospective understanding of consumer desires essential in today's societal transformation?
Well, in time of transition and reinvention, understanding people's deepest desires is what allows brands to stay truly connected to their audiences and in tune, of course, with the spirit of the times. But it also opened the door to bold new narrative, so more responsible, more expressive, more deeply human. This is how brands move beyond relevance to achieve cultural resonance, becoming not just seen, but felt.